Hello students, now we will take a look what happens in the exercises in week 2. So last week we were left off in the point where I had downloaded the data and stored it in a file. So now we have a big pile of data, we basically have a text. Now the next question is, how can we analyze this? It is actually quite surprising that the simple answer works very well in here. So we can count the words in each document. And by counting words, I do not mean counting the number of words in total, but counting the occurrences of each individual word. This approach is known as the bag of words model, and it creates what we know as the document term matrix. Now, let's go into R and see how this looks. Okay. So, we are here in R, and now I have a piece of text. This is a poem. And this text has 6 lines in it. Now we consider each line as a document. So we load this into the variable poem in the first line. We can see it becomes a character array. Next, we start converting this into document term matrix. I load the library, tm, turn it into corpus, and then run the document term matrix. However, this document term matrix here cannot really be shown effectively on the screen, so I do one final trick and I turn it into matrix. So we can examine the document term matrix of this particular poem. Okay, let's take a look. So what can we see here is that we have each document as a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which corresponds to the lines of the poem. First line, second, third, fourth, fifth, and 6th. And now if this approach works correctly, we can see that on line 6 we have word it appearing 1 time. So we are assuming in the document term matrix that we would have an intersection where it and 6 would intersect, and that would be number 1. Now we can check whether this is true by going back to the document term matrix. So we are looking at line number 6 and word it. Let's see whether this holds. We have 6 over here. And now I realize that, wait, I can sort this. And once more, so we get all the words that are in 6. We can find that it appears 1 time in document 6. What we can also see is that the word it does not appear in any of the other lines of the poem. We can see that the word tolls appears in line 6, but also in line 5. And we can check this back by looking at the lines itself. We can see tolls on the line 6, and we can see also tolls in line 5. Okay, so now we have formed successfully the document term matrix. We have the documents on the top, and we have the terms as rows. Now we can, for example, use this to figure out which are the most common words in the set of documents we have. So what I do is that I compute the row sums. That is, I add up all the rows, sum up this together. For example, for is, it would be 1 plus 1 plus 1, and then zeros resulting in 3. And then I sort it so that I get the top 5 words in frequency in the poems. And we can do it like this. And we can find out in the console window that the most common words in this poem are of and the, both with 5 occurrences. Then we have and as, both with 4, and then we have is with 3 occurrences.